Hey, you beautiful people. Do you get this urge to read the classic novels and just drown into the depth of the heartfelt story that immediately transports you to that era? Well, I am someone who started my classic novel journey with a very difficult book. The book that I had picked up, it was an old English book. There were multiple characters and a very difficult storyline. Like maybe today when I will read this book, I won't be having as such issues. But during school days, it was a very poor choice of book. So, in today's video, I would be discussing about a very easy, beginner-friendly novella written by Ernest Hemingway in 1952. This novella, Old Man and the Sea, it is just 84 pages. It has no complicated storyline. It has a very simple English, and the best part is there is no in-depth point of view or in-depth perspective that you have to search in this novella. It's a very easy to read, easy to understand book, and unlike the major classic novels, it has just two characters and it's a no-brainer book. A very recommended book. Please watch this video to the end as I would be revealing my tips and tricks on choosing the right classic book for you. I am sure that you're gonna find something for yourself here. So let's get started. Hey you beautiful people, this is Savarni Singh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make videos on book recommendation, bookish vlogs and productivity. So if you're someone who has interest in any of these, then please subscribe. Be my motivation. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. So without any further ado, let's begin. So this book is written by Ernest Hemingway, who is a very famous and celebrated novelist of America. This book was published in 1952 and in 1954 he was also awarded the Novella Prize. Without giving you any major spoiler, let me tell you about the overview of the story. So the story talks about a very old fisherman who is struggling from past 84 days to catch even a single fish. Previously he was accompanied by a small kid whom he loved, and he loved his company, and together they were a happy team. But because of his unsuccessful 84 days, the parents of the kid actually decided that he should work under a very successful or a young fisherman. I really want you all to read this book, so I won't be discussing further. But let me tell you the four major things, my takeouts and my experience that actually helped me into being a better version of myself. A person should never complain about things that they are going through. So this was mentioned in the very first few pages of the book only, because he was struggling from a long time. People were calling him unlucky, and despite of getting angry about it, despite of getting irritated on his boat, on his age or anything else, he actually took it in a very good way. It actually taught me that you should take things at its come. It's easier said that go with the flow and just learn to let go of the things that you can't control, the situation you can't really control. The second lesson was to be humble. So his companion used to cheer him up by saying, "You are the finest fisherman this village has ever seen," and things like that. But he was very humble throughout the conversation. He used to say things like, yes, but I think they're also doing good, and there are other fishermen also. And he used to appreciate the other people who were doing good in their field. And this showed how humble he was. And I think this is really a very positive mindset when you start anything, whether you are studying, whether you are in a business or in a corporate. Being humble and not disturbing your own mental peace and mental health over competition with others is not a good thing. So this was my major second takeaway. Third lesson was to never give up in the face of adversity. So this is something which is the basic theme line of the whole novel. Since you will start reading, you will get to know more about these lines. Also, I would like to add, the story is very interesting for someone who actually loves ocean and animals. I'm someone who is like obsessed with sea and its animals and things like that. So it was actually very interesting for me to read the first-hand experience of the animals and what he was feeling when he was at the sea. The fourth and the most powerful takeaway was, a person does not wait for his luck, but rather make his own luck. So I don't want to give any spoiler, like major spoiler, But all I can say is the old man was very consistent with his goal. He never gave up. He was very consistent and he was very determined that okay, no matter what happens, I won't give up. I won't give up. I will keep on trying. And that was the ending of the novel, and the ending was very beautiful. The ending was actually very surprising. It was actually quite adventurous too, because it included sharks and other marine animals, and it was a delight to read for someone who loves sea. And please read this book and let me know your thoughts. And if you have read this book before, let me know if you liked it. I have added the Amazon link of the book in the comment section. I've also added the link of the audiobooks and the PDF summary, the free PDF sources, in the description box for you to go through. Now, as promised, let's talk about my personal tip or my personal routine that I follow when I pick up a new classic. So the first one is, I always try to choose a novella over a novel. So a novella is something which is longer than a short story but is shorter than a novel. So once you commit to a novella, when you talk about classics, it would be easier for you to read it. Second tip would be choosing the right genre. So if you're someone who likes history, then choose a novella which is based on World War. If you're someone who likes rom-com, choose a novella which is based on romance, and it would really motivate you to complete the book. Third tip would be, don't stress yourself to complete the novella in one go. I know novellas are short, it's around 100 pages, so you might get this urge that okay, right now I'm reading and I need to finish it in one go or maybe in one day. But don't push yourself to read it just because it's a novella and just because it's a classic and you think that you can read it in a short span of time. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I would see you soon in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.